I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm at a loss, okay? Even though I expected this particular result, doesn't mean that I'm not disgusted by what I have seen on the pitch today. It's been a couple of hours now since the game, and I'm recording this video, and I'm not going to lie to you. I can come up with very few words to sum up my personal response. One of those words, as you see down in the title below, was mediocre. Yes, this game was an overall mediocre experience to both watch, and it was a very mediocre experience from the effort of a lot of our players on the pitch. There's also a few words I could use to describe our play today, which would have been even worse had we lost, but pitiful would be one, and honestly downright embarrassing. Okay? At this point, what the fuck am I watching on the field every single week? Okay? It's dreadful. It is downright awful to watch. It makes it where I am miserable watching these games. And I love the team, I love the sport, and I love the culture for the most part of this franchise, but this is just god awful. If only I had started this project with FanArch last year, I'd be singing a completely different tune right now. Alas, I am not. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, okay? Let me make this statement right now, and I want you guys to let me know what you think. We did not draw Sunderland today. No, we did not. We survived Sunderland. That is what I leave you with as we begin today's video. We really didn't even do anything because, frankly, Wirtz never got the credit for the goal that he deserved. They ruled it as an own goal. So we didn't even score. Both of their players scored both goals in the game, one of them in our favor. And hell, Van Dijk might as well put on a Sunderland shirt today because he passed the ball directly to the guy and he made an absolutely fantastic goal out of it. Really quality stuff. I can't shit on that at all. I don't know what Van Dijk was doing. Van Dijk just looked all out of sorts today. Probably because Brobby was absolutely tearing us apart in the center, tearing apart the centers, I should say, with Konate making numerous errors and Van Dijk just looking all sorts of lost out there. This lineup and this formation is just god awful to watch. And it hasn't really changed. Slot made virtually no changes except for like one, and even then I don't even remember what the exact change was. I think it was Robertson. Robertson, I think, was the only actual change because he played, because Kirkes played the last match. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting stuff. Okay? What is even more disgusting is the benching of Salah. Now, I know I said in a previous video that I am not opposed to Salah being benched, but I also firmly believe that he is not solely the problem. He is a leader who's not performing and is a star player that is not performing, and it's hurting us in the long run. That said, he subbed on in the second half, replacing Gakpo, I believe. Which, by the way, Gakpo was garbage this game. You can't tell me otherwise. Absolute abysmal dog shit. I don't know why he starts. Why is Gakpo starting every match? Why is Salah the one on the bench and Gakpo is the one? Because Gakpo has done jack shit. He's done as much jack shit as every other striker on the squad, okay? He plays like garbage. He's slow as fuck. It's the same thing like cut across and shoot and all that. It's the same fucking move every single time, and it never works. And I don't know why he is doing it. It's dreadful, absolutely dreadful. But why is Salah the one being benched? Because honestly, when Salah came on in the second half, he showed really good effort. He was getting fouled left and right that the ref was never calling because, oh, we can't call a foul on Mohamed Salah because he's absolutely, because he's just Mohamed Salah. We won't call a foul on him because we just don't. And then the other team gets the ball or whatever the fuck. And it's just bullshit. He probably had one of the better efforts today. I am now, as much as Mo Salah has not performed this season to the expectation of everybody, which at the same time isn't fair, but we know the quality he produces every year, and for some reason this year just isn't it. I can firmly say that Salah is not he's a big part of why we are not performing well, but he's not the end-all be-all as some people make it seem. He's not. He put in more effort today in 45 minutes of football than any of the guys that were there for 90 minutes. Okay? So, I think it's safe to say Slot is the overarching problem here. Whatever the fuck he's doing is clearly not working, and it's probably disgruntling a lot of the players as a result. Especially considering he benched Salah twice in a row, and I honestly didn't think he needed to start, but I also, sentimental value kind of gets in the way for me, so that's how I feel about it. I want to talk about another gentleman who saved our fucking ass today, okay? Federico Chiesa might be one of the most disrespected people on the team. I have not seen a single match that Federico Chiesa has played where he is not putting in 100% effort all of the time. Okay? I know I say that a lot. Take a drink every time I do it. Okay. But there's another one. I don't know how this man doesn't start matches. I even said in my lineup, start Chiesa, Editike, and Isak together. I believe that was my front three. And I think that would be a really good setup, personally speaking. But why is Chiesa coming on the match with like 10 minutes to go all the time? He saved our ass in the first game of the season. Okay? The first game of the season, he saved us. He was the only person to score a goal in that abysmal loss to Newcastle in the Carabao Cup last year. Another example, he just gives 100% effort all of the time. And today, he essentially saved Arne Slot's job with that fantastic save where the winger was coming up and somehow got past Allison. So it was, I don't even know how that happened. I was like, oh God, it's over. And then somehow Chiesa comes in behind and blocks the shot that he makes. I mean, that's a goal any other day of the week. Okay? Like 99.999% of the time, that is a goal. But not when Federico Chiesa is on the pitch. That man deserves all the flowers for that effort. He ran like a freaking champ. He ran like Usain Bolt when he broke the records in the Olympics. Okay? Why are we not starting him? Why is Gakpo starting? Okay? God, I gotta stop doing that, but I'm just angry. I'm angry and I'm using buzzwords to fill up the space, okay? I'm disgusted. I'm just disgusted how Slot treats Chiesa when he has been consistent the entire season, every time he's on the field. There's not a time where I have not seen that man give us 100% effort. And the fact that he still is willing to give that effort despite constantly being disrespected by the manager says a lot about him as a person. He's better than I am. I'll tell you that much. So, where do we go now? Is this the best this team can do? we are going to be in a really bad situation in a couple of weeks where Salah is not going to be available to us. All right? And our depth is clearly poor because a lot of the times people come on for subs or the wrong subs are being made in the wrong positions and we just falter every single time. At the same time, and I didn't mention this before in my first part of the video, we have to really do a better job in the first half. All right? That first half was abysmal to watch. It was boring. It was downright boring. But they were still making shots. So there was a little effort there. But clearly Sunderland was the better team at times because I think their passing was a little bit better. I think their schemes were a little bit better. For some reason, we're just our passing and our setups are slow and downtrodden and just boring. Predictable. So predictable in the sense that the other team is able to pick the ball and is able to go do a counter run, and we're all left back on the other side of the field. It's happened more often than we all like to admit. All right? So, we got Leeds on Saturday. After today's match, I really have no hope to win that game. I was pretty confident that we can beat Leeds, but honestly, Leeds just beat Chelsea 3-1, so on today, no less. And I don't have much hope anymore. I thought we'd at least beat them by a goal or something, but Leeds is going to stomp us on Saturday if we keep up this effort. I am distraught with what I'm seeing with this team this year. The fans do not deserve this. They just don't. Especially after such a spectacular season. This game on Saturday is Arne Slot's last chance, in my opinion. I was Slot out weeks ago. People are now starting to come around. This is his last shot. You can't keep a job if you lose that match on Saturday. And if they do, FSG clearly has not made any efforts to look for a new manager in the first place. So they're just going to keep running with the same thing that they have, which is abysmal, boring, slow garbage. Slot ball is dead, folks. And that's the video. Have a nice day. And I guess you'll never walk alone.